Tonight, Newswatch 12 Weekend, Kicking It Old School will share how the opening weekend of the Eagle River Snowmobile Racing helped get some back to their roots. Plus, a banner program for America's veterans has been launched in Portage County. We'll share the details. And later, more classified documents have been found at the Biden residence, the announcement coming 2 days after they were discovered. We'll have those stories and more as your local weekend news starts right now.
Newswatch 12 with Kyle Pazorski, Mohammed Abdul Kawi, and Conrad Sapinski.
Welcome to Newswatch 12 Weekend. I'm Kyle Pazorski. We start locally tonight at the snowmobile capital of the world, Eagle River, where the 22nd annual Vintage World Championship snowmobile races are currently taking place. It is the very first weekend of these snowmobile races, bringing in people from all over the country and even overseas. The vintage racing usually only goes on for 3 days. However, due to the large amount of racers competing this year, another day was added. Tom Anderson, CEO of the World Championship Derby Complex, says that the people competing enjoy putting on a show for everyone.
So the vintage guys have a great time. They have the same snowmobile they can run for many years. They're an older bunch of people. They just have a great time.
59 races took place today and featured over 950 vintage entries. While the racetrack may be full of racers and spectators, it also benefits other businesses around Vilas County.
The community is full. All of our hotels, motels are full, restaurants are full. It brings a ton of money into Eagle River and the Vilas County area.
Tomorrow is the last day of the vintage races, and next weekend, the 60th annual World Championship Snowmobile Derby will begin. Opening ceremony is on Friday at 6:30 p.m. The snowmobile trails across Taylor County are now open. This includes all trails except for number 86 in northeast Taylor County, which remains closed because of a recent land ownership change. At this time, the trails are only open to snowmobiles, and the Taylor County Forestry and Recreation Department says that the trails may still be rough with many ungroomed segments. And Conrad, it's a cold day out there like usual. It's winter all the time around here, but you know, getting out on the trails, that's something that a lot of people like to do, but recently the weather hasn't really been cooperating, right?
Yeah, exactly that, Kyle. I mean, trails are not in the best shape here in town, and no relief is really on the way. Today, right now, same story, partly to mostly cloudy skies all throughout the state. Not much going on now. This is the calm before the storm, though, as another low is just pretty much 48 hours away from our region. Take a look at these temperatures across America. A cold front finally passed by. The East Coast had some really warm temperatures. We even seen some 50s, close to 60s up north in Maine. But look at Florida now. That cold front came by. Jacksonville back in the 30s. There's even a couple of 20s in Florida. So yes, cooler air is here, but not as cold as we should be this time of year. We had high temperatures at around 27 degrees earlier today. Our average should be around 22 degrees as a high. Tomorrow, though, more temperatures close to freezing. Down south, a little bit warmer, closer to Adams. Temperatures will be in the mid to even upper 30s there. Tonight, though, for us, temperatures will continue to be hovering in those lower 20s. Kyle?
Thank you, Conrad. The city of Stevens Point and villages of Whiting and Plover have launched a banner program honoring United States service members past and present. The program is sponsored by the Barron's Scribner American Legion Post 6 of Stevens Point, where family members of service members can purchase the banners for $300 per banner to be placed throughout the community. At the end of the season, all those banners will then be returned to those families. The Hometown Heroes banner program says that if you're interested in having a tribute displayed for a veteran you know of, to contact the number on your screen. The deadline to pay for the banners is March 1st. Milwaukee police had to call off a vehicle pursuit earlier this month after a suspect began shooting at officers. The suspects were tracked down and arrested near Wisconsin Rapids. Take a look at this. 21-year-old Afrishan Dedrick and 21-year-old Tyshana Jones allegedly shot at Milwaukee police officers during a pursuit on January 6th. The pursuit was called off and law enforcement went into a further investigation into the shooters. On Tuesday, the Wood County Sheriff's Office were made aware that Jones and Dedrick were in the area. Both were arrested on Wednesday in the town of Grand Rapids, and both are currently being held in the Milwaukee County Jail. The Wisconsin DNR is looking for feedback on a project that would upgrade the public drinking water system in Crandon. The project will include the replacement of water mains along East Glen Street, South Park Street, and Polk Street. and would improve system hydraulics and reduce the risk of water main breaks. The Safe Drinking Water Loan Program has determined that the project will not have adverse environmental effects. The public can submit comments about the project to the DNR by January 27th. And coming up, a lucky someone in Maine is a billionaire thanks to the Mega Millions, or should we say billions. We'll have that story more after weather when we come back.
Wasserharn's Furniture has all kinds of recliners. Power or manual recliners, rocker or wall saver recliners. Bring a truck, all in stock now. Check out Harns Furniture's huge selection of recliners. Half mile from Fleet Farm, Wausau.
Whether you're just beginning your educational journey or seeking a new opportunity, we're here for you. At North Central Technical College, we have unique partnerships with four-year colleges that allow you to transfer seamlessly to and from our campus, saving you time and money. With hundreds of transfer options available, the path to a bachelor's degree and a great paying career are just a step away. North Central Technical College. Start here, go anywhere.
To everyone who loves great food, let us make you a meal the Wisconsin way.
We cook each butter burger to order for you and the people you love, so it's the best part of your day.
The best.
The best.
And every creamy scoop of fresh frozen custard, pure happiness.
Pure happiness.
Pure happiness. Because where Culver's comes from.
In the heart of America's Dairyland.
Our love.
Our love for fresh food is as strong as our love for all of you.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Yeah.
Northland Basement Systems is the all things basementy company. Basement waterproofing, basement finishing, basement structural repair, humidity and mold control, and nasty crawl spaces too. When it comes to basement solutions, nobody does it better than we do. Since 1991, homeowners just like you in the Northland have trusted Northland Basement Systems for all things basementy in their homes. Call Northland Basement Systems today to schedule a free home evaluation.
Wasserharns Furniture has all kinds of recliners. Power or manual recliners, rocker or wall saver recliners. Bring a truck, all in stock now. Check out Harns Furniture's huge selection of recliners. Half mile from Fleet Farm, Wausau.
And welcome back, everyone. It's the weekend. A really nice day out there today. We had some sunshine. Right now, we do have some partly to mostly cloudy skies here in the Northwoods. Not much going on in the central part of the country, but take a look in the west. This is our next low pressure system right now. It's really starting to develop right now, and it's going to continue to intensify as it continues to push north and east, and that's going to really be finally make it into our area, especially Monday morning as a wintry mix, a little bit of snow, then transitioning to a light rain during the day, and then quickly transitioning once again to a rain and snow mix overnight, and then becoming some snow overnight and then into the morning hours on Tuesday. So we might be looking at a little bit of accumulation, especially on the back end of this when temperatures start to cool off. And then another round of snow starts to move in Thursday, and then pretty much lasting throughout the day on Thursday. Most of this will be just to the east. The heaviest snow will be closer to Green Bay, same thing closer to Milwaukee area as this storm continues to push and pretty much hovering close to the Chicago area. And then the main part of the system is going to be right about in Michigan. So right on the back end of that, we're going to get a little bit of snow. It does still look like if you're east of Rhinelander, you're going to get a lot more snow than here. And this is going to be on Thursday. But first, we need to take care of that storm coming in Monday into Tuesday. It's going to be a mess out there. Temperatures right now are hovering in those low to mid 20s. So we are well above our average. We should have low temperatures in the single digits for this time of year. We've had some really warm temperatures the last several weeks, and pretty much it will be the same story the next 5 to 6 days, even longer than that, with temperatures that will be continuing to be a little bit more on the warmer end. We do have a little bit of a breeze. Some places do have some windy conditions. Antigo coming in with a 14-mile-an-hour sustained wind gusts close to 25, so definitely feels a little bit colder than that actual temperature reading that our thermometers read. We have wind chills in some places. It does feel like they're in the single digits, so of course, bundle up. It's the weekend. If you're out and about, just put on an extra layer just to make sure you are safe and definitely warm. Like I said, our average should be around 22 degrees this time of year, and these high temperatures are going to be warm. Look at Monday into Tuesday. We're going to have temperatures above freezing. Then we cool down as that low pressure system moves out of the area on Tuesday. On Wednesday, we cool off. Thursday into Friday, and then once again into the weekend, we're going to have temperatures in the 20s, still above our average. We should be hovering at around 22 degrees. Tonight, though, another mild night. Temperatures will be hovering in the lower 20s, partly cloudy skies in general. So right now, it's pretty much what our low temperature is going to be. Our 7-day outlook brought to you by Northwoods Furniture and Mattress does show that wintry mess Monday into Tuesday, and then we're break on Wednesday, Thursday. Another round of snow starts to move in. Temperatures will be in the mid-20s. Kyle?
Someone in Maine is a billionaire thanks to Mega Millions. The lottery announced that at least one ticket matched all 6 numbers for the jackpot Friday night. The winning ticket was sold in Lebanon, Maine. The ticket is worth $1.35 billion, or a potential lump sum cash payout of over $724 million. Mega Millions says at least 14 others in 10 states won $1 million by matching the numbers on the draw 5 white balls. $371. That's how much extra cash the typical American spent last month due to inflation compared to a year ago. And that's according to Moody's Analytics. The same report found that the average cost of living appears to be easing as paychecks are starting to catch up. At the inflation peak last June, Moody's Analytics says the typical family spent an additional $502 per month compared to where the year before. Those extra expenses apply to everything from rent to groceries to utilities. Families are spending around $82 more per month on shelter and $72 per month on food. A third batch of classified documents were found at President Joe Biden's private residence today. Actually, that was on Thursday. The White House said today that documents from the Obama administration were found in a room adjacent to the garage at President Joe Biden's Delaware residence this week, in addition to the 2 batches that were previously disclosed. White House lawyer Richard Sauber said in a statement that the president's personal lawyers initially discovered 1 page of classified markings on Wednesday. Sauber went on to say he reviewed the box further on Thursday, finding 5 more documents with classified markings. Attorney General Merrick Garland has appointed Robert Hur to serve as special counsel to review the classified materials. President Biden has said his team is fully cooperating with the DOJ's review. And tomorrow on Meet the Press, Wisconsin Senator Ron Johnson will sit down with moderator Chuck Todd to discuss how the Biden administration is doing so far in 2023. The show will also feature interviews from Michigan Senator Debbie Stabenow and former Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein. You can catch that tomorrow here on WJFW from 9 to 10 a.m. We'll be back with more news and sports after this.
Enjoy all the hit songs from your favorite musicals in one concert. The world of musicals will leave you spellbound as it takes you on a captivating journey through Broadway and film. Featuring work from Evita, The Phantom of the Opera, Wicked, Les Mis, and many more. The World of Musicals, Wednesday, February 1st at the Grand Theater Wausau. Tickets at grandtheater.org.
Would you look at that?
It's beautiful.
What?
That's our boy.
So proud. Right now, get a sausage McMuffin or sausage biscuit paired with hash browns for just $2.50.
Menke Automotive is your new neighbor in central Wisconsin. So now you've got a friend in the auto business. Menke Automotive prides ourselves on having happy employees because happy employees make for happy customers. When you need a new Buick, GMC, or Mazda, expert service, precision body work, or just a hot cup of coffee, come in and get to know us at Menke Automotive at the old Fred Miller location on Grand Avenue in Schofield. Menke Automotive, your new neighbors in central Wisconsin.
Looking to shift gears or explore the freedom of the open road? Hi, I'm Mark Sparhawk. We're expanding and want you to join our team. We're looking for drivers and owner-operators. We offer an employee-focused atmosphere with accommodating schedules, competitive wages, and full benefits. With Sparhawk Trucking, choose the right fit for you. Be confident in well-maintained equipment and a variety of travel options. Explore the independence of controlling your career. Stop in or apply online.
Emmerich Properties leases office, storage, and manufacturing space, as well as apartments, duplexes, and homes. We are your first call, your last call, your only call for your rental or lease needs.
We've been getting deeper into the hockey season, so many teams are gunning for that top spot. The Lakeland Union T-Birds are the highest-ranked team in the Great Northern Conference standings so far this year. Their overall record this year is 10-2, but they're only focused on playing hard and securing a spot at state. Our very own Serenity Douglas was able to catch up with their coach, Suter, before their game.
Our goal is just to grow every game, get better each game in practice, and be playing our best hockey at the end of the season.
The Lakeland Union boys hockey team is ranked first in the Great Northern standings. So what sets them apart from the rest of the competition?
What we've done is worked the last couple of years, and we're hoping to be lucky enough to put ourselves in a situation to have success again this year.
The team has a lot of depth this year, and some of the players are using their past success as momentum.
We do have Max Besides in net, our goaltender, won Conference Player of the Year last year. We had a lot of guys that put the team first, and it's awesome to see. That's what you need to have good teams.
Being the #1 team has its perks, but the competition doesn't get any easier.
Our conference lone, we haven't faced Rhinelander yet. We played them Tuesday, but they're always a very good opponent. We played Mosinee. And then Tomahawk just beat us recently.
Many high school hockey teams have to combine due to lack of players. Lakeland Union has the distinction of standing on its own.
It's awesome. I mean, it's a credit to our youth organization at Minocqua. They're the Lakeland Hawks, being a good feeder program for us. And we've been fortunate enough not to have to do that, and hopefully that continues here for the future.
The T-Bars have had a long history of successful boys hockey team and have high hopes of continuing the accomplishments.
It all started with Mr. Tony Borden back in, I think, 1988. He's still a teacher at the high school. He coached for about 20 years. Ken Tanig took over after him, and I'm just trying to continue and grow on the legacy that those guys started and a program that everybody can be proud of.
That was Newswatch 12 Serenity Douglas reporting. The GNC leading T-Birds at a game today to trying to stay in first place in their conference. Lakeland Union traveled to the Langlade County Multi-Purpose Building to play Anago. Here in the first period, Peyton Michalik trying to score, but it is going to be blocked by Cam Bernard. Let's move on to the second period. T-Birds passing, looking to make a move. Dominic Gurinella hits it, but he's just off, and Lakeland with the possession again. This missed goal occupies the goalie just for Court Meyer to secure the first goal, making it 1-0 for the T-Birds. It just took a little patience. And it goes Jack Hilger trying to respond, but it is blocked by Bernard, and Lakeland at the end of the second trying to secure another goal but won't make it. But that's all right. Lakeland Union secures the 1-0 win. Now let's move on to the team chasing Lakeland Union in the GNC rankings, those Rhinelander Hodags. Here in the first period, that Hodag defense was in full force. A great attempt from Jeffers here gets shut down by Tyler Kimmerling, who blocks this shot, then goes horizontal to stop the follow-ups. That dude was a brick wall today. Need some more proof? I got you. Jeffers with another big-time shot right here, and Kimmerling says, not on my watch. Now let's talk about that offense. Rhinelander wins the faceoff here, and a great shot from Sam Schneider just misses, and Rhinelander is all around that goal but just can't get it in. That is until Lane Rozier puts one in the back of the net, and the Hodags go on to win it 4-3. Moving on from high school hockey to junior hockey, the Wendigo played their last home game tonight before they head out on a 3-week road trip. Here in the first period, good puck movement from the Wilderness, swinging it out wide before going back up top to Servi Suloin, whose shot gets stuffed by goalie Maxwell Beckford. However, the Wilderness kept the pressure. Gunnar Thorson's shot gets blocked, but Kevin Marks Noren is there to finish it off for the first goal of the game. But the Wendigo wouldn't go away. Chris Kernan weaving through the Wilderness defenders, and he finds Drew Fisher for the goal, and the Wendigo win their 4th straight game by a score of 4-3. Crandon and Anago boys hoops are both coming off of a loss last night, looking to bounce back just one day later and secure themselves a win. So let's see which team was able to get some momentum back in this Northern Lakes Great Northern Conference crossover battle. Here in the second half, Anago's Mason Gray with an absolute dime down low to Gus Schussler, who finishes it off for the Red Robins. But Crandon's looking to respond. A nice ball fake here from Jackson Keepers, and he drives in and hits the nice floater for 2. Later that half, here's keepers again, dishing it out to Devin Hedson, who drains this shot for three. Here's Aiden Gabriel looking for an open man. He finds one down low. It's Connor Cornelius who gets the bucket, and his team is going to go on to win this one 54-41 to get their second win of the year. Kyle?
Thanks for that, Saul. Coming up, we'll take you around the world with some of the biggest headlines beyond our borders, including the spike in COVID cases in China. We'll have that coming up after the break.
Now get an Escape, Edge, or Explorer SUV with 0% APR financing for 36 months, only at your Wisconsin and UP Ford dealers.
Our local shelters have lots of furry friends in need of loving homes. Watch News Watch 12 today, every Friday morning, to see a new cuddly cat or dog ready for you to adopt. Homeward Bound on News Watch 12 today is sponsored by Paws and Claws.
Hepatitis C? Don't just treat it. Crush it with Maverick.
Conquer it with Maverick.
Cure it with Maverick. Maverick cures all types of Hep C.
In only 8 weeks.
The virus multiplies daily and can damage the liver over time. Maverick stops Hep C and cures it. If you've had hepatitis B, it may flare up and cause serious liver problems during and after treatment. Tell your doctor if you've had Hep B, a liver or kidney transplant, other liver problems, HIV, other medical conditions, and all your medicines. Do not take Maverick with atazanavir or rifampin. Report right away yellow skin, stomach pain or swelling, confusion and bleeding or bruising.
Hep C? Crush it with Maverick.
Conquer it.
Cure it in only 8 weeks. See Hep C gone with Maverick.
Ask your doctor about Maverick. AbbVie could help you save.
I was on my tractor mowing some trails on my property and had an accident. I lost one leg below the knee and one leg above the knee. Yeah, and I was out of commission. I was in the hospital for a month when Shai called me. We just hit it off from the very beginning, and that was, really comforting to have. I would definitely recommend Shai. Working with him ever since and learning how to walk again.
Why wait another day? Let's take the next step together towards a better life.
The world, where close to 60,000 people have died since the country ended its zero COVID policy in early December. The head of NHC's Medical Affairs Department said today that China recorded 59,938 COVID-related deaths between December 8th and January 12th. Of those deaths, 5,503 came from respiratory failure caused by COVID infections, and 54,435 were people infected with COVID, as well as underlying diseases such as cancer and cardiovascular diseases. China has previously only listed those COVID patients who succumbed with respiratory failure as having died of COVID. The World Health Organization and the United States have accused China of underrepresenting the seriousness of this current outbreak. It's the second and final day of voting for the new president of the Czech Republic. Voters began casting ballots Friday to replace the retiring president. The leading candidates include a billionaire former prime minister, a retired general, and an economics professor. The outgoing president was an ally of Russia and China. All three top candidates are believed to have a more approving stance toward the West and support independent Ukraine. The former Justice Minister of Jair Bolsonaro, Anderson Torres, was arrested by federal police upon arrival in Brazil this morning after traveling on vacation to the United States. The arrest warrant against Torres was ordered by a minister on the federal Supreme Court following attacks on Brasilia by Bolsonaro supporters on the federal district in Brazil's capital last week. Torres, who was serving as the head of security when the rebellion took place, is currently meeting with his lawyers at the federal police superintendents in Brasilia before giving testimony. Torres took office as security secretary on January 2nd and traveled to the United States on January 7th, a day before supporters stormed government buildings. Torres has denied any involvement in attacks against the government buildings after he was removed from the office on Sunday. Kyle?
Hey, thanks for that, Mohammed. When we come back, Connor will have one more final check of the forecast. Stick with us. You're watching News Watch 12, proud to serve Phelps and communities all across the Northwoods.
Look!
It's easy to say things. Anyone can do that.
Look closer.
Meaning what you say, that's a little harder. And a little harder to find. But at US Cellular, when we say you get unlimited data for $29.99 per line, we don't mean only if you get 4 lines. We mean $29.99 per line, even 1. Plus, every plan is price protected for every customer.
To everyone who loves great food, let us make you a meal the Wisconsin way.
We cook each butter burger to order for you and the people you love, so it's the best part of your day.
The best.
The best.
And every creamy scoop of fresh frozen custard, pure happiness.
Pure happiness.
Pure happiness. Because where Culver's comes from.
In the heart of America's Dairyland.
Our love.
Our love for fresh food is as strong as our love for all of you.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Yeah. I was a big winner right here.
Right here.
Yes. Nah.
Hi, have you seen that realtor with all those billboards?
Hold my beer.
What?
Get local, award-winning injury lawyers. Get Nicolay.
He's got Goodwin over the shoulder. 10, 5, touchdown Bears.
20 has a man. For the touchdown. Gets it in it. Whoa, he spins into the end zone for the touchdown. Jefferson, he's got it. Sailing into the end zone. Gets the green. Adams is in. What a play. Touchdown Green Bay.
And finally tonight, take a look at this. Earlier today, I went out to Holiday Acres this morning and caught some rather ambitious people getting out to run on snowshoes. I don't know if you guys have ever done this. You know, it takes place annually at the resort just east of Rhinelander and is hosted by the Rasta Group. The whole time I was there, I couldn't help but think, you know, how do they even get people brave enough to go out into the cold and also just to run in snowshoes anyway? So anyway, there was 27 people that in total that ran this year. And, you know, it's interesting, right? How do you get that ambitious to go on snowshoes out in the cold like this? I don't know.
Well, I feel like what's crazier is polar plunges, right? Jumping in like a freezing lake. I feel like that's a lot worse.
That's crazy too.
Yeah, because then you get all that wet, cold water on you, you know. At least here you could bundle up and you could kind of be fine, right?
Yeah, I guess
was it a far kind of run or not really?
I think they did a 10K was the long run for that.
Okay. It's not too bad. We could do that anytime.
Oh, yes.
Right yeah, but taking a look outside right now, weather is definitely permitting for some snowshoeing at the moment. Not at the west, though. California is getting some really heavy rain, some heavy snow in the mountains. So that is pretty much our next low pressure system. That's only 48 hours away. Temperatures are starting to get a bit chilly, still above average for the most part. Look at Jacksonville, Florida, 35 degrees. It is chilly out there for all of our football games today. Our 7-day outlook does show some rain and snow on Monday, lingering into Tuesday. Then, boys, we clear up by Wednesday. So get ready for a little wintry mess on the way.
Well, thank you, Conrad. Thank you all for watching. That's it for your news around the Northwoods. Have a great night.